Yeah. So next we'll continue the same like projectile, oblique projectile. We have completed so far time of ascent, maximum height of a projectile. Avuna? If
Yes, sir.
you just read that,
Yes, sir.
let me write the formula again. We got the projectile equation as y is equal to tan
Ax
theta
minus bx square.
minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square. This is nothing but y is equal to ax minus bx square, where a is equal to tan theta and b is equal to g upon 2u square cos square theta, which are constants. Which are constants. Very, very important equation. Very important equation. Okay. So, and also we got the formula for time of ascent. Time of ascent of a projectile as u sin theta upon
G.
g. Time of ascent is equal to u sin theta upon g. And the maximum height of a projectile also we have derived. I think
Yes, sir.
maximum height of a projectile we got as
U
u
square
Theta
sin
square
square theta
U square
by
sin
sin
2g.
square theta by 2g. By 2g, sir.
by 2g. We have completed this one also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we need to discuss time of descent and one more what you call time of flight and then range. We have three things that need to be discussed: time of descent, time of flight, and range. Right? Now let me draw the diagram again. Let me draw the diagram. Let me draw the diagram. The diagram is nothing but the projectile diagram, oblique projectile diagram, x-axis, y-axis, origin, velocity u, making an angle theta, ux is equal to u cos theta, uy is equal to u sin. After time t seconds, the particle reaches point P.
సార్ రికార్డింగ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు
Equal
అనుకుంటా.
to u. Record start చేయండి. Record start అయిందా?
It's going on.
Yes, sir. It's going on.
ఇప్పుడు
Started, sir.
స్ట్రక్ అవుతుంది.
Yes. So velocity v, vy is equal to, here you got u sin theta minus gt. All these things we have discussed, and this is the maximum height position. This is the maximum height position. Okay, right? Vx is equal to u cos theta. At maximum height position, you have only horizontal component of velocity. Vx is equal to u cos theta, whereas Vy remains. Vy becomes zero because it is not going further upwards. It is not going further upwards. Right? So this is maximum height. Fine. Now we'll discuss the uh,
Range.
quantity or time of descent. What is meant by time of descent? Descent and
The
what is
time
meant by
taken by
descent?
the object
Descent is,
to reach the ground.
Yes, time taken by a particle or projectile from where? From
To reach the
maximum height
maximum
to
height where
Maximum height
velocity is
to
zero.
where final velocity is final vertical component of velocity is zero, but horizontal component of velocity is there, which is nothing but Vx is equal to u cos theta. Right? So when I define time of descent in the definition itself, I am using the word maximum height. Time taken by a projectile to reach the ground from where? From maximum
Maximum height.
height. That time is called as time of descent.
Ascent.
Descent అంటే కిందికి రావడం. Ascent అంటే పైకి వెళ్ళడం. Ascent means what? Going upwards. Ascending order means తక్కువ నుంచి ఎక్కువ. Descending order means what? ఎక్కువ నుంచి తక్కువ. ఎక్కువ హైట్ నుంచి తక్కువ
High
హైట్
to low.
that is descent. Yes. హైట్. సో ఇక్కడ let me show you the calculation to find out
Sir, board is not clear, sir.
board clear
Yes, sir.
Reflection, sir.
Reflection వస్తుంది సార్.
నిమిషం ఏదో సంథింగ్
No, sir.
ఓకే సార్.
It is
No, sir.
లేదా
Okay, sir.
lens ని క్లీన్ చేయండి సార్.
ఇప్పుడు
వద్దు సార్, అది రిఫ్లెక్షన్ అవుతుంది. కరెక్ట్ సార్.
Somewhat okay, sir. Now,
Okay, sir. No.
ఓకే
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, sir.
sir.
So we need to define time of descent and we need to calculate the formula for time of descent. Let's see what we will get. Now, as I said, when I define time of descent, I am using the word maximum height because time taken by a projectile to reach the ground from maximum height is called as time of descent. So let me write time of descent. I am using the letter TD. Time of descent. I have used the letter TA for time of ascent. TD for time of descent. So it is defined as the time taken by a projectile to reach the ground from maximum is called time of descent. Now let us try to find out the formula.
సార్ బోర్డ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ క్లియర్. కనిపించలేదు. రిఫ్లెక్షన్.
Problem వస్తుంది అర్థమైంది.
Sir, board center లో రిఫ్లెక్షన్ అవుతుంది సార్.
అవును సార్. టైమ్ ఆఫ్ డిసెంట్ దగ్గర.
టైమ్ ఆఫ్ డిసెంట్ దగ్గర అవుతుందా? ఏం ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది? లైట్స్ ఓకే ఉంటాయి మరి.
బోర్డుకి ఆపోజిట్ లో లైట్ ఉంది సార్, అది ఆఫ్ చేయండి.
Yes, sir.
వద్దు సార్, అది తీసేయండి.
Oh, sir.
No, sir.
ఇందాక మంచిగా ఉంది సార్.
ఇంకా వస్తుందా?
బిఫోర్
ఈ లైట్
బాగుంది
తీసేయండి సార్,
సార్.
ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ వేసిన లైట్ తీసేయండి.
సార్ హెడ్డింగ్ దగ్గర పోయింది సార్.
ఎక్కడ
Time of
టైమ్ ఆఫ్
descent ఎక్కడ?
డిసెంట్.
టైమ్ ఆఫ్
సార్
డిసెంట్
ఇందాక
దగ్గర
టర్న్ ఆన్
రావు
చేసిన
సార్.
లైట్ తీసేయండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే
ఇంకో
సార్.
ఎస్
లైట్
సార్.
తీసేయండి.
ఓకేనా?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇంకో లైట్ కూడా ఉంది కదా సార్.
సార్ రైట్ సైడ్ ఒక లైట్ ఉంది.
రైట్ ఉన్న లైట్ తీయండి.
రైట్ కార్నర్ లో ఉంది.
రైట్ కార్నర్ లో
మీకు లెఫ్ట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
ఇది లెఫ్ట్
ఇప్పుడు
మాకు లెఫ్ట్ సార్. నో సార్.
డెఫినేషన్ సైడ్ రైట్ సైడ్ ఏమో లైట్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ ఉంది సార్.
రిఫ్లెక్షన్ ఉంది సార్, అది కనిపించడం లేదు.
అసలు దానికి ఆపోజిట్ లో ఎక్కడ లైట్ లేదే, మరి ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
సైడ్ ఉందేమో.
నా
ఇప్పుడు ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే
ఓకే సార్. ఇప్పుడు
somewhat okay and okay. So time taken by a projectile. Okay, fine. Right. So let us try to calculate the value for time of descent. Time of descent. Now to calculate the value of time of descent, I will use this equation. As I said in the definition, it's maximum height displacement. Can I use displacement? Can I take displacement?
Yes sir, we can
ఎస్
take.
సార్.
And displacement should be there, time should be there. In which equation we have displacement? In which equation of motion we have
S is equals to ut plus half at square.
So let me use this. S is equal to ut plus half at square. I'm using this. S is equal to ut plus half at square. In place right now, maximum height. In place of S, let me write maximum height is equal to what is when it is coming down. When it is coming down, I'm considering vertical axis. Vertical axis.
Uy.
So vertical axis lo u should be equal to ui or ux.
ui.
U should
Uy,
be
sir.
equal to uy because vertical axis
Uy.
is uy into t means td. I'm using the time as a td now because I need to calculate time of descent. Plus half into a is nothing but minus g into t. And here why I'm using minus n?
Vertically downwards.
Vertical downwards. It is, yeah, part projectile or particle is coming down. So downward direction I take as
Minus negative.
నెగిటివ్.
What is ui value?
U sin theta.
From where it is started?
At max height it is 0 sir.
ui is 0. Why?
Maximum height is 0, right, sir?
Maximum height will be 0.
Because I'm starting from maximum height, so that at that point velocity, vertical component velocity is 0. So initial
equal to
point
zero.
I'm considering as, yes, not vy is equal to 0. That vy becomes ui now, so that becomes 0. So I can write like this. Minus h is equal to 0 into td plus into minus half g td square. Now what I will get? Minus h is equal to 0 into td is 0. 0 minus half g td square. is minus half GTD square.
Negative, negative.
Minus gets cancelled from this. TD square is equal to what you will get? TD square is equal to
2h by g.
H by G.
2h by G. But recall the formula for maximum height. Recall the formula for maximum height.
U sine U square sine square
U
theta by
square,
2G.
square theta by 2G. Is it not? But H is equal to U square sine square theta by 2G. Therefore, TD square is equal to 2 by G. 2 by G I am writing here, and in place of H, let me write U square sine square theta by 2G. Now, if I simplify further, I can cancel 2 and 2. I am getting this TD square as U square sine square theta upon G into G is
G
G
square.
square.
2G.
Now, what I will get the value of time of descent? This is the value of TD square. I want TD.
Under root
I want
of
the
u
Root
square
under
sine
root
square theta by g square.
G square.
So therefore, I can write TD is equal to square root of U square sine square theta upon G square. Now, what is
GD
the
square.
value finally you will get under root? Root of U
U
square is
sine
what?
theta by g.
U sine theta upon G. So finally, I got the formula for time of descent as time of descent as U sine theta upon G. Now, can I say that
Time of
what is
ascent
the
is equal
formula?
to time of descent, sir.
Time of ascent is equal to
Time
time
of
of
descent.
descent.
Time of descent.
Therefore, I can say that time of descent is equal to time of ascent, or time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Very, very important. So, if you calculate the value of time of descent, you are getting the same formula as what you got for time of ascent, which is equal to U sine theta upon G. U sine theta upon G. Right? U sine theta upon G.
Sir, wait a minute, sir. Noting. Sir,
Oh. ఎక్కడున్నాను?
3D
problem, sir.
square
It's
is
getting
equals
recorded.
to
Anyways, it is recording, right?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. No problem.
You can just halt somewhere and you can off it.
Okay, sir.
You go pause and okay, time of descent. Now let us find out a time of flight. Time of flight. I will use the symbol TF. I will use the symbol TF. In time of flight, x-axis, y-axis, origin, u, theta. This is maximum height. From where you started throwing the projectile? From point
from
one.
origin.
Origin.
from margin,
From
sir.
origin. Now where it is reaching the particle? Again
Point
it is
A.
reaching,
Point A.
reaching the
Point
point
A.
A, again to the ground. Again it is reaching the ground. Right? O is on the ground, point A is also on the ground. But particle, when it is moving in air, this entire path, it is in air only. The particle or projectile is in air only. Just after uh, going from point O, just before it strikes point A, the entire path is in air only. So what is this total time called? The total time taken by a projectile to remain in air is called time of flight. You can define like this. The total time taken by a projectile remain in air is called time of flight. The total time taken by a projectile or particle to remain in air is called time of flight. But what is this time called? Up to here.
Time of ascent.
Time of
Time
descent.
of
What is this time called?
descent.
Time of descent.
And if I sum up these two, time of ascent and time of descent, can I get time of flight?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can mathematically write the formula for time of flight as the sum of time of ascent and time of descent. The sum of time of ascent and time of descent gives time of flight. So mathematically, yes, mathematically you can write like this. Therefore, time of flight is equal to time of ascent plus time of descent. Time of ascent is nothing but u sin theta upon g. Time of descent is also u sin theta upon g. So therefore, finally, I can write time of flight as u sin theta upon g plus u sin theta upon g. What do you get?
U
2
sin
u sin
theta
theta by g.
upon G by square.
2 sin theta upon g.
2G.
Not 2g. G only. G rather. 2 sin theta upon g.
But
In denominator, you get only g, not 2g. In denominator, you get only g because g is common in both the terms. If you take LCM, you'll get only g. So 2u sin theta by g. So from this, I can say that time of flight is directly proportional to initial velocity. Time of flight is directly proportional to initial velocity u. Even time of ascent is also directly proportional to initial velocity. Even time of descent is also directly proportional to initial velocity. Right? So time of flight is nothing but sum of time of ascent and time of descent. That gives time of flight. We have calculated so far time of ascent. We have calculated maximum height. We have calculated time of descent. Then we have calculated time of flight, and let us discuss one more, which is very important, called as range of a projectile, which is nothing but range of a projectile. Let me denote.
Sir, range means highest minus lowest, na sir.
And,
Sir, range
range of
means
minus
highest
minimum.
minus lowest, na sir.
ఇవి వినపడలే.
Lowest is called range, na sir.
Which one?
Range.
Highest minus minimum అంటారు సార్.
Sir.
Highest point minus lowest point meaning ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? Which one is highest point?
Maximum height.
Maximum height is
But that is wrong. Not highest point. Don't say highest point. That is wrong. Because range means what? If I throw a particle like this. Again, if it reaches the ground, till where I can throw, till where the particle is reaching the ground, that distance is called as range. For example, in this diagram, I am throwing a particle at point O. Where it is reaching?
Yes,
It
sir.
is reaching at point A.
Point A.
This OA, this OA is horizontal distance. This horizontal distance traveled by a projectile during which time? What is this time called?
Range.
What is this time called? Total time.
Time of flight, sir.
Time of flight.
Time of flight. Right? So let me define range as.
Sir, it's echo.
Range is nothing but the horizontal distance traveled by a projectile during time of flight is called. The horizontal distance traveled by a projectile during time of flight is called range of a projectile. Let me write. Range of a projectile symbol will denote with R. The horizontal distance traveled by a projectile during time of flight is called range of a projectile. Range of a projectile. Okay, Rana? Now, in the definition itself, I am using the word time of flight. I am using the word time of flight. And one more word here you can see horizontal distance. Horizontal distance. I am using the word
UX.
horizontal distance and I am using the word time of flight. In this, I have distance and time. Distance and time. So, whenever you have distance and time, can you find out the horizontal distance? Of course, you don't know the value of horizontal distance. This you have to find out. When you know the velocity along the horizontal direction, can you find out the value of horizontal distance? When you know the horizontal velocity, you can find out the horizontal distance. But how to find the horizontal distance? How to find the horizontal distance? This is important. How to find it? Horizontal distance traveled by a projectile during time of flight. Horizontal distance means OA. Along this direction, you have any velocity? You have any component of velocity?
I components.
You have any component of velocity? If you resolve this velocity into two components, one component is along x-axis. What is the component? Ux is equal to
UX I cap.
Cos.
u cos theta. Ux value is equal to how much?
U cos
U
theta.
Cos
cos
theta.
Cos
theta.
theta.
Right? So Ux is
Vertical
equal to
component.
u cos theta. I am considering only x component. Why x component? Why not y component?
Horizontal. Horizontal.
Horizontal
This
distance.
is the horizontal distance. In calculating the horizontal distance, I will take only horizontal component of velocity. I cannot take vertical component of velocity. So in which equation you have velocity, distance and time? in which equation of motion you have displacement, velocity, and time.
S is equal to
Displacement,
UT plus
Cos
half
velocity.
of it square.
Yes.
S is equal to
So
UT plus half sir.
using S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now in
Velocity
case
is
of S, what you write? S plus y
UX.
R. R, sir.
R, horizontal distance. S is
Yes, sir.
horizontal distance. R is equal to, in place of U, let me write UX.
UX.
Into, what is this time?
Time of flight.
TF.
So let me write TF. Let me use the word letter TF plus half into
Gravity.
minus G into T square. Correct?
Yes, sir. But minus G why, sir?
No, sir.
Arrange this
Minus
kunna.
zero. Zero.
Zero. Good. Why?
No more
Acceleration will
gravity.
be zero, no, sir, along horizontal.
Acceleration due to gravity always acts vertically downwards. Right? As we said earlier, this projectile is under the influence of only one force, gravitational force. And
Yes, sir.
acceleration due to gravity will come into picture. Acceleration due to gravity always acts vertically downwards. In the horizontal direction, acceleration is zero. So 0 into Tf square. Now what I will get? Final. R
R is equals to
is
UXTF.
U cos
U cos theta.
theta into time of flight formula we got just now.
T.
TA
2
plus
sin theta by T plus 0.
0.
Right? Now finally R is equal to U into U
U square.
square. 2 is there. 2 U square sin theta cos theta upon
G.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Now
Okay,
in
sir.
this formula, can you see the term 2 sin theta cos theta? In this formula,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
R
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
equal
2
to
sin theta, 2 cos
U
theta.
square into 2 sin theta cos theta upon G theta.
Yes, sir.
What is the formula for 2 sin theta cos theta?
Sin 2 theta.
Sin 2 theta. So R is equal to U square sin 2 theta upon G. U square sin 2 theta upon G. Very important relation. No,
Sir,
sorry. Not just
cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta.
Sir, once more repeat it, sir.
ఏమొచ్చిందా మనకి U square
R
sin
is equals to
2
U square
theta
sin
by
theta
G.
square
R is equal to U square sin
theta
2
by
theta by G. Very important formula. Very important formula. This is the formula for range. This is the formula for range. Now I can also express this range. I can also express this range like this. How can I express? See, let me take this. R is equal to. Let me use this. R is equal to ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఏమంది or let me use this again u square sin 2 theta by g. If I expand this again, I can write u square into 2 sin theta cos theta by g. Is it not? Because 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to, since sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. Right? Now let me write this like this is equal to, first let me write 2 in u square. I will take 1u. I will write 1u and cos theta let me write into what is left out? ఇంకేం మిగిలింది అన్నారు? 2 into
u cos u sin theta.
One more is u sin theta.
Yes, sir. U sin theta.
By g. Now what is this u cos theta called? Generally, what is the symbol we'll take for u cos theta?
ux
Ux. 2 into ux. Symbol for u sin theta.
uy.
UI. UI, sir.
So remember this also. R is equal to 2 ux vy by g, which is also equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. Now if you look at this equation, from this equation I can say that range is directly proportional to square of initial velocity. Range is directly proportional to square of initial velocity for a given angle. For a given angle, range is directly proportional to square of initial velocity for a given angle. ఒక angle constant తీసుకున్నప్పుడు range ఎట్లా ఉంటది? It is directly proportional to square of initial velocity. Important. Okay. Now let me write all the formulae once again at one place. Let me write all the formulae at one place so that it will be easy for you to remember. Now let me write the formulae. First one. Let me use these equations also. Let me use the kinematic equations. We got like this now. Ux is equal to u cos theta. Uy is equal to u sin theta. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
After time t seconds, third one, Vx is equal to u cos theta. This is remains constant. What about Vy? U sin
It has
theta
3
minus
values, sir.
GT. U sin theta minus GT, because at point P.
0 and after that plus gt.
After కానీ మనం at point P రాస్తున్నాం. At point P. After at time 60 seconds at point P. At point P before reaching maximum height. I'm right. Before reaching maximum height, Vy is equal to, of course you can also write u sin plus GT as well. Right? But here I am specifying at point P before reaching maximum height. Vy is equal to u sin theta minus gt. Fifth one, what is x? Horizontal distance is equal to u cos theta into t. Horizontal distance is equal to horizontal component of velocity into time. Number 6, vertical distance is equal to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. I'm writing all the formula at one place. Y is equal to, just check once, we got this formula as well. Y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. This is in the form of S is equal to ut plus half at square. From that formula we got this, from that equation of
Yes,
motion
sir.
we
Yes.
got is equal
Yes,
to
sir.
u sin into t minus half gt square. Why I am writing all these equations once again? Because we will be applying these formula in numericals. While doing numericals, we'll apply all these formulas. Now number 7, let me write number 7 here. కనిపిస్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ నంబర్ 7 కనిపించకపోతే చెప్పండి. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ రాస్తాం. నంబర్ 7.
కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
నంబర్ 7. 7 is y is equal to tan theta into t, sorry, tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x. Tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square. And this is in the form of y
ax minus bx square.
minus bx, where a is equal to tan
theta
and
b is equals to g by 2u square cos square theta.
by 2u square cos square theta, which are constants, which are taken as constants. A is equal to, let me write here, where a is equal to tan theta, b is equal to g upon 2u square cos square theta, which are constants. And what is this equation called? This equation is called
Parabola equation.
Parabolic equation, or you can say equation of parabola. This equation is called as equation of parabola. Right? Number 8.
What is that after g b is equal to g by 2u square cos theta?
ఏందన్నా?
సార్ బోర్డ్ కనిపిస్తలేదు అక్కడ బి తర్వాత ఏమన్నా అంటున్నారు సార్.
B is equal to g by 2u square cos square theta. Okay, which are constants?
Where a and b are constants.
A and B are constants, which are constants. Now time of ascent formula,
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
2 sin theta
Sin theta by g.
maximum formula, u square sin square theta by 2g. Number 10, time of descent formula, again u sin theta upon g. Number 11,
tf
flight formula, time of
2u
ascent, which is equal to 2u sin theta by g. Time of flight is equal to 2u sin theta by g. కనిపించట్లేదా?
range of projectile. సార్ అటు సైడ్ రాయకండి సార్, ఇది రబ్ చేసిన రాయండి కానీ అటు కనిపించదు.
కనబడి
Let me write here 11th one. 11th one is time of flight is equal to time of ascent plus time of descent is equal to 2u sin theta by g. Right? Now next is range time 2 into ux into uy by g is 1 format because ఇది ఒకసారి అడిగింది direct question. What is the formula? I mean, time of ascent in terms of ux and uy. Formula is 2ux into uy by g, which is also equal to u square sine
Sin 2 theta by g.
u square sine 2 theta by g. Okay. So note చేసుకోండి, which are very very important formulae. All are important formulae. Don't miss.
Wait
If
for
you miss the don't miss the classes. Which are constants. Fine.
So
Now,
where we can use this formula, sir?
మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేద్దాం, డెఫినెట్ గా చేద్దాము వన్ డే. Like you have different cases. Like let me explain. See, let me draw the diagram again so that see. Let me draw the diagram. Oblique projectile. For oblique projectile, x-axis, y-axis, origin, u, theta. This is A, and this one is range. This one is maximum height. Right now, where I am measuring angle? From where I am measuring angle? Angle is measured from. Angle is measured from where? Measured from where?
Origin only, sir.
Origin, sir.
Origin. But where the angle is touching? This
Between
x-axis I have taken
x-axis.
as ground. This x-axis I have
With
taken
respect
as
to
ground.
yes.
Axis I have taken as ground. So this angle theta is measured with respect to ground. Now, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then how the
Along y-axis.
particle will move?
Along y-axis, sir.
In a straight line, sir.
Y-axis. It
Vertically upwards.
It goes vertically upwards, right? So again, the time taken by a particle to reach maximum height is called what? What is the definition
Time
you
of
have written
ascent.
for time of ascent?
Time of ascent.
What is the formula you got there for time of ascent?
U sin theta by g.
U sin theta by g.
The time of ascent is equal to u sin theta by g. This is the formula we use in case of a projectile. Right? But when theta is equal to 90 degrees, if I substitute the value of theta as 90 degrees here, then what I will get the formula?
U by g.
U by G, sir.
Ascent.
U by G.
The time of ascent is equal to u sin 90 degrees by g, which is nice. Sin 90 is how much now? Sin 90
One,
is
sir.
1. Sin 90 is 1.
So U by g.
1.
U by G answer.
When you have to use this formula?
When it is
When
in the
angle is 90.
perpendicular, sir.
Perpendicular.
When a particle is thrown vertically upwards, that is along, then the formula for time of ascent is,
U by g.
U by g. Now, what
in
is
this
what
case,
should be
range
the
will be zero,
formula
no,
for
sir?
time of descent? Time of descent.
Same,
Let
sir.
me
U
write.
sin
Okay, let me
U
write.
by G.
same, sir.
Same. Time taken by a particle to reach the ground from maximum height. You should get same. Time of
They are
ascent,
equal.
because time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Is it not? Time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So I can write. So therefore, time of descent is also equal to U by G, and these two are used for a particle
Sir,
thrown.
కనబడతలేదు సార్.
అనిపిస్తలేదా? Okay. So these two formulas, time of ascent and time of descent, are used for a particle moving along the vertical direction. Particle moving along the vertical direction, whether it can go upwards or it can come down. In both cases, time of ascent is equal to time of descent, which is equal to U by G. Right? Now, what should be the formula for time of flight?
2U by G.
2U by G.
2U sin theta by G.
U by G plus U by G,
U by G.
which is nothing but
2U by G.
2U by G. When you have to use this formula? For which
When it
case?
is thrown
For which
vertically
case?
upward, sir.
This is, I can say simply 1D motion. 1D motion, vertically upwards. For vertically upward motion, I can use time of flight is equal to 2U by G. Now, what should be the formula for maximum height in case of projectile? In case of projectile, what is the formula you have for maximum height in case of projectile?
U square sin square theta by 2G, sir.
Sin square theta by 2G. Now, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then what is the value of H?
U square by 2G, sir.
Theta is equal to 90 degrees, then H is equal to U
square by 2G.
sin square 90 degrees by 2G. But what is it of sin 90? 1.
1, sir.
1.
So the formula what you will get for maximum height as H is equal to U square by.
U square by 2G.
This is the formula you have to use for maximum height when a body is thrown vertically upwards. When a body is thrown vertically upwards, you have to use the formula for maximum height as U square upon 2G. U square upon 2G. Now, what is the formula for range? U square
sin 2 theta by G.
Theta by G, sir.
In this case, if theta is equal to 90 degrees,
U square by G, sir, answer.
2
theta
U.
is equal to 90 degrees. Then what is the value of R?
U square by G, sir.
2U square by G.
2U square by G, sir.
Then U square
U square by G.
sin 2 into 90 degrees by
Sin 180.
now 2 into 90 degrees is nothing but
Sin 180.
180
Sin 180.
Sin 180. Sin 180.
What is
R is equals to 0. 0, sir.
U square sin 180 degrees by G, which is equal to 0. There is no question of range. Why there is no question of range? Range means what?
Sir, the object will fall
horizontal,
on the
sir,
same.
but it is vertical.
Range of a projectile you have defined like this, horizontal distance, but there is no question of horizontal distance when you throw a body vertically upwards. Again, where it will fall down? If it falls
Down.
If it falls
Ground,
again, it
sir.
will fall again, it will go to the same point. Is it not? So there is no question. When it is thrown vertically upwards, range is equal to 0. Range is equal to 0. So remember, these are very important. Right? Now, let me discuss.
Sir, let's
one
continue
more.
tomorrow.
Sir, time up, sir. Time up, sir.
4
Time
o'clock.
up,
No, it's 4, sir. Parking class link to రావాలి.
సో రేపు హాలిడే అన్నా మీకు క్లాస్ కావాలంటే చెప్పండి తీసుకుందాం. Tomorrow is a holiday.
Why, sir?
కృష్ణాష్టమి ఉంది అన్న. Tomorrow is a holiday.
ఈ రోజు కదా సార్?
I will put a status on.
అర్థం కాదు.
ఇవాళ
ఈ రోజు కదా?
ఇవాళ సార్.
గవర్నమెంట్ డిక్లేర్ చేసింది రేపు. గవర్నమెంట్ డిక్లేర్ చేసింది రేపు. సో రేపు కాలేజ్
ఓకే సార్, హాలిడే తీసుకుందాం.
హాలిడే తీసుకుంటా అంటే తీసుకోవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. మనం స్లోగానే వెళ్దాం.
తీసుకుందాం సార్.
తీసుకుంటాం సార్.
ఫిజిక్స్ అనేది మీకు అర్థమైతేనే చేయగలుగుతాం.
సార్ హాలిడే
తీసుకుంటారా చెప్పండి. నో ఇష్యూస్. క్లాస్ తీసుకోండి.
తీసుకుంటాం సార్.
Every day work is going on, sir.
తీసుకుంటారు కరెక్ట్. హాలిడేనా క్లాస్?
Holiday, sir. Holiday only.
Okay, done. Right. Tomorrow is holiday.
Sir,
Okay.
bye, sir.
Bye.
Sir, bye.
Happy
Bye, sir.
Sir, every subject or your subject, sir?
My subject. I am giving you holiday. I don't know what others.
Why holiday, sir?
కృష్ణాష్టమి పిల్లలు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Krishna, thank you.